Good morning, class. My name is Prataksha, and today I'm going to.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. My name is Prataksha, and today I'm going to teach you science. So I'm going to ask few questions. If you know the answer, please answer it in a complete statement. So, in which class do you study?
I study in class 8th.
Okay. So in class 8, how many periods do you study in school?
In class 8, there are 7 periods.
Okay. So how do you know that the period is over?
We hear ringing bell after a fixed interval of time.
Very good. So, what does the ringing bell produce?
The ringing bell produces sound.
Okay. So, what do you know about sound? Okay, students. Today we are going to discuss about sound in detail. So, tell me, name the sense organ which enable us to hear.
Ear helps us to hear.
Okay. So, what is sound? Sound. Sound is a form of energy that travels as vibration through air or other medium. So, when these vibration reaches our ear, we hear a sound. See in the diagram, this is a loudspeaker. So these are the vibration. When these vibration reaches our ear, we can hear the sound. Or when you touch the vocal cord while speaking, what happened? You will feel the vibration. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The sound we hear range from pleasant sound. Pleasant sound, the sound which makes us happy. That sound is called pleasant sound. For example, birds call, music, to the unpleasant sound like noise of vehicle, horns, and machines. Sound which irritate us. Sometimes some sound irritate us or gives uncomfort. So that is called unpleasant sound. So the sound we hear range from pleasant sound to unpleasant sounds. These are the sources of sound. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now tell me, give two examples of musical instrument.
Two examples of musical instrument are guitar, piano, flute,
Okay. Very
tabla, etc.
very good. So how sound is produced? Okay. Sound is produced by rapid to and fro motion or vibration. Or in simple terms, we can say that sound is produced by vibrating bodies. Whenever sound is produced, it always through the vibrations. All objects vibrates. In all objects, like let's take an example, plastic ruler and rubber band. The vibrations are very rapid, so we cannot observe them distinctly. Here, when you stretch a rubber band and pull one end and leave it, what happened? You will see the vibration. This activity you can perform at home also. Next is, see here, plastic ruler. Bring the plastic ruler at the edge of the table and strike it. What will happen? See, here is the vibration. These vibrations are very rapid, so we cannot observe it distinctly. For observing slow vibration, let's take an example of simple pendulum. So with the help of simple pendulum, we can observe slower vibrations. These vibrations are also known as oscillations, and oscillation is represented as a wave here. So this is a simple pendulum. This is a rigid support from this a long thread in which a bob is hanged. So when we strike it, what will happen? It gets displaced. So suppose this is a mean position A. When we strike it, what will happen? It will move here, extreme position, then come back at B, then to A. So this is called oscillation. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So an oscillation is represented by a wave. So we can represent this as a wave. See, this is the amplitude and here is the time. This is the oscillation. It is represented as a wave. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now tell me, what are vibrations?
The to and fro motion of a body is called vibration.
Okay. What are the characteristics of vibration? Okay. The characteristics of vibration. It first is amplitude. Amplitude is the maximum extent of vibration of a vibrating body from its mean position is called its amplitude. Here, just here you have seen here in this example, simple pendulum. This is the, when we strike it here, it go to the extreme position. Then here, so this is called, if we represent, this is the mean position, here is the extreme position, and here is the extreme position. This is called amplitude. So amplitude is the maximum extent of vibration in this figure. If this is a disturbance, so this is the amplitude. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is frequency. Frequency, the number of vibration experienced by a vibrating body in 1 second is called frequency. It is denoted by small f, and the SI unit is hertz, and the symbol is Hz. Here, see, this is the one complete cycle. So this is the frequency, like 1, 2, okay. This is clear? Number of vibration experience per second.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next is time period. The time taken by the vibrating body to complete one vibration here. This is the whole, when we start here to here. This is the complete one vibration, one cycle. So in this time period is this, in the time taken by vibrating body to complete one vibration. So this is the one vibration. Clear? It is denoted by T, and the relation between the frequency and time is reciprocal. That means F is equal to 1 upon time, or we can say T is equal to 1 upon F. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now tell me, what is the SI unit of frequency?
The SI unit of frequency is hertz, denoted by H and Z.
HZ. HZ. Okay. What are the characteristics of sound? Characteristics of sound. So, sound is characterized by, first is loudness. Sound can be loud or soft. So, loudness depends on, number one, amplitude. Here, if amplitude loudness is proportional to the square of the amplitude. Here, you can see that. Now, right now I told you amplitude is the maximum extent of vibration. Here the amplitude is greater. So greater the amplitude, louder is the sound. Here amplitude is lower. So sound is soft. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is loudness depends on the area of vibrating body. That is, if greater the area of vibrating surface, louder sound is produced. Okay. Next is pitch. It depends on pitch. Pitch denotes the shrillness or flatness of sound. Sound can be high pitched or low pitched. Here, the pitch of a sound depends on its frequency. Remember, pitch depends on the frequency, and loudness depends on the amplitude. So, if here 2, here this is the disturbance. Here the frequency is 1, 1, 2. Okay, and here you can see the frequency is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, greater. So this is the high frequency. So if frequency is high, sound is high pitched. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, let us discuss what we have learned today. What is sound?
Sound is a form of energy that travels as vibration through air or any other medium.
Very good. Next is how sound is produced.
Sound is produced by a rapid to and fro motion or by vibrating body.
Very good. Next is, what do you mean by amplitude?
The maximum extent of vibration of a vibrating body from its mean position is known as amplitude.
Very good. Next is, what is frequency?
The number of vibration experienced by a vibrating body in 1 second is known as its frequency.
Very good. Next is, what are the 2 characteristics of sound?
The 2 characteristics of sound are loudness and pitch.
Very good. Okay, let's take a quick recap what we have discussed today. Fill in the blanks. First one, sound is a form of what?
Sound is a form of energy.
Very good. Next is the unit of frequency is what?
The unit of frequency is hertz.
Very good. Next one, the extent of vibration is called what?
The extent of vibration is called amplitude.
Very good. What is proportional to the square of amplitude?
Loudness is proportional to the square of amplitude.
Very good. So if frequency is high, then sound is what pitched? High or low?
If frequency is high, then sound is high pitched.
Very good. Okay, class, this is your homework. To increase the loudness of sound by 4 times, by how much should the amplitude of vibration be changed? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, class, that's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.